Yeah.
Do you not want to be in the middle?
No,
Dude,
this is my spot, dude.
I felt bad that time Dylan walked in and everybody's like, yo, fuck that guy.
I know.
And boom, we're live.
Boom.
Boom.
Figure we can take a couple seconds, let the viewers pour in.
Oh yeah, they're
yeah.
pouring
Just kinda
in
talk about
dumping
waves, tsunami waves.
Nah. Zach Drapo, Austin Garvey, Mark Tosi, bringing the MMA Complete. It is December. It's already December. Holy shit.
Yeah.
December 3rd. 2 nights out from UFC Fight Night 187, where it's actually going to be Jack Hermanson versus Marvin Verratti. Because it was supposed to be Kevin Holland, but now Kevin Holland's fighting on the pay-per-view, which I don't know how that exactly happened.
Yeah, I'm not really too.
Like, he was scheduled to fight Jack Hermanson for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden he's just fighting Jacare on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that did switch up.
And Jack
Pretty quick.
Hermanson's fighting he's fighting a ranked guy, but he's like 13th ranked.
Yeah.
So I don't really get that. But
I'm
at the
excited
same-
for Kevin Holland, dude.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
can win
he-
this
he
fight,
could-
that'll
he's-
be the test.
A lot of people are
but
saying he's
he's-
up and coming.
Dude, but he's fighting Jacare.
Yeah.
Jacare's old now, so I mean, he has a chance, but Jacare was a former. He fucked everybody up. Everybody. I think he lost
long
to
ago,
Chris.
though?
He was fighting like at the end of Anderson Silva's reign, like maybe 2 years after was his prime.
Okay.
Like he fought Chris Weidman for the title and lost.
Okay.
He's-
He lost to Chris White.
He did.
I don't know. I think this guy's.
That was back when USADA though. You ever seen the numbers of Chris Weidman before and after USADA?
No.
It's hilarious. He's like 11-1 without USADA and like 2-5 with it.
Ew. That's gross.
That also happened, like, you know, he had tough fights, and it was right after he got knocked out by Rockhold, and he fought a couple people.
No, USADA is what?
USADA is the United States Anti-Doping Administration.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
I'm making sure this isn't like a crazy name. you
No. It's basically the policing of performance-enhancing drugs that the UFC uses.
Yeah. Will Fuller knows.
Will
Well, it's not
Fuller knows.
USADA. But...
No, well, Yair Rodriguez knows now.
yeah.
That's a breaking story that we actually just saw at dinner a little bit ago. Yair Rodriguez. So, I don't know. Did you guys get the gist of what I was saying earlier?
Yeah.
So, UFC fighters have an app on their phone. That's a USADA app
Yeah.
where they have to, I don't know how often they have to do it, but they have to like share their location on that app so USADA
Yeah.
knows where they are.
So you know where they are at all
So they can
times.
get tested at any time.
Yeah.
Because that's how USADA works. Like you get surprise drug tests.
Mm-hmm.
And Yair Rodriguez, I guess, didn't check in for however long.
Yeah.
And he got banned for 6 months.
That's like getting busted for having drugs in your system.
Yeah.
Like, that's almost as
real.
bad as it.
Yeah. You hear about
usually a year,
the guy that drawed Cerrone? What the hell's his name? The guy that
Vicente Luque?
no,
Wasn't
he
Vicente
drew
Luque?
no.
I can't tell you.
Oh, dude, I just
Jeff
saw
Neal?
it. Yes.
Is it Jeff Neal? I
think
think Jeff
so.
Neal's fighting soon. now.
No, he just got suspended for 6 months because he tested positive for marijuana.
Yeah, Jeff Neal's
It was a
fighting
no
Wonder Boy
contest.
Thompson.
Wait, they're still busting people for
Yeah.
fucking weed? I thought that was done.
No
Are
contact.
you serious? Because he's scheduled to fight.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Not Neil Magny. Not Neil Magny.
No, Jeff Neal.
Yeah. I gotta find dude. There's no, Jamal Hill 2 hours ago blast marijuana stations as a waste of resources. You know what I mean? Like,
I
waste
don't
of
think it is
resources.
Jeff Neal because I just looked him up and
I don't.
he's gonna be fighting soon. So I mean, I thought it.
I gotta find. I gotta find it because I saw it the other day and I was like, "What? This guy got banned for 6 months because he
Weed.
smoked a little joint,
Mhm.
before the fight."
You know, John Jones hid underneath the mat at his training gym because USADA came in and he had just smoked a blunt.
Yeah.
You ever heard that? He would have
Yeah, no,
hid
we
under
thought-
the
yeah.
ring.
Arizio Adesanya the one that exposed it, and then
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Jones instead he could have just not responded, and like people probably would have like believed him.
Yeah.
And look at he responded and he admitted it.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, dude, you're dumb. you know.
Pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it's freaking hilarious.
I don't
It's
think
like, who
that,
would do that.
Dude, they
That's a
shouldn't-
story for the clout.
But they shouldn't get suspended for weed.
No, they
There's
shouldn't.
no reason for
Unless they're coming into the ring high, you know.
But even then, like,
Only for like purposes
that's
for like
debatable.
only for like insurance purposes. Because if they get injured really badly under the influence of a drug, you know, you're responsible for them being.
Yeah, but they sign waivers before they go in the UFC anyway.
I don't agree with it. I really think it shouldn't
I
be
know.
a conversation.
And I mean,
in the
you
UFC.
can obviously, with the way that PEDs are policed in the UFC, you wouldn't be able to smoke right before you go on to fight anyway. Although I'm sure fighters have done it. I
Didn't
don't think
Mike
Nate
Tyson do
Diaz
that?
was blazed before he went in to fight Conor McGregor.
He said he was.
Yeah.
He said he was in his post fight. He said he smoked the blunt right before the fight.
Right.
Fucking mad.
Justin
man.
Gaethje's
He
the
spends
same way.
$20,000 on weed, dude, a month.
That's so
A month?
a month?
Yeah.
I thought a
month.
year.
I
Well,
swear
he's
to
buying-
God.
I
No,
He's
thought
buying
a
for
year.
like 10 people though. You know what I mean?
he don't give
So
a fuck.
what-
He's like, give me an ounce for fucking $700. You don't
Oh, you want to share the
I'm not-
sponsors?
Yeah,
No.
before we get into it big, you know,
So we're not. This isn't actually a sponsor.
this is comedy.
Go ahead,
comedy.
Mark.
This
Give it a
is
go.
This is like
We have several flavors of Jocko juice here. It's actually called Jocko Go, but Jocko juice sounds grosser. So we have black cherry, iced tea, and pineapple coconut that we're going to be trying out. here.
pineapple
And,
coconut does not.
Give him a
sound
little
good.
backstory on who Jocko is.
Yeah,
Jocko
Willink, he
Willink
goes on
is
Joe
a
Rogan and stuff.
Former Navy SEAL. He now has a podcast. He's also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I don't know if he's got any actual like MMA fights.
I don't think he has any UFC fights, but I think he might have a couple of MMAs.
Yeah, dude's a badass. You should check out his
Yeah.
podcast.
He has I think he has like a clip on YouTube that has a couple million hits of Navy SEAL breaking down like Navy SEAL movies.
Mm.
Like it's him who's an actual Navy SEAL and he's breaking down like movies that show the Army
There's a
and
lot
stuff
of
like that.
discrepancies in the movies.
Yeah.
But
he
it's
goes
so
on-
funny. He's like, yeah, that's bullshit. Like he's just calling it
His
out.
Joe Rogan podcast. Dude, dope.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he's
they're
one of the
obviously,
most
like-
he's one of the most known Navy SEAls, I think.
well, no, you got David Goggins.
I think
Well, you
he's.
got, like-
I think he's up there with. There's Chris Kyle is probably number one.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Anyway, he is a very respected mixed martial artist as
Yeah.
well as just a guy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know in Brazilian
He's
Jiu-Jitsu,
dope.
he's like the boogeyman.
Right.
He has,
He's
a dope,
like
he has
to
like a
touch him.
good voice too for like podcasts.
Jocko
like, radio voice.
he rolled with John McCarthy one time, and John McCarthy was like, "I've never felt someone as strong as him."
Yeah.
Fucking
And John
hardcore.
McCarthy's a big boy.
And he's given us his power
He
in the
did-
form of Jocko
Yeah,
juice.
yeah.
Well, he got,
In the
well,
cans.
where'd you know, you got it.
Oh, yeah,
where
I-
do you get it?
I bought these from the store.
Okay.
Oh, a store.
You could probably order them online. My gym had just so happened to have them, and I was like, hell yeah. I'll
So
pick 'em up.
Jocko Willenick, if you're seeing this, we got you.
Well, you
We
fucked
got
us.
you.
Jocko Willink.
Jocko Willink. Yeah.
Willenick.
No.
Yeah,
Jocko
it is.
Willink.
Willink.
No, I
Willenick.
think it's Willenick.
Zach,
Really?
Jamie, look this up.
Jamie, yeah.
I don't know.
We're gonna pour
Willink,
samplers of this right
Willink.
now.
Same
No,
thing.
you're right, Willink. It's Willink.
I'm gonna
Yeah, you're gonna get a
Split.
test going?
split this one up 3 ways.
Sure. While you're going on that,
Right
we can get talking about the rest of the
enough for you?
why we're here.
What is that? What kind is
it's
that?
it's
Is that the
ice-
black cherry?
no, this is iced tea.
It's an
Iced
Arnold
tea?
Palmer.
All right, I'll
It's
try
an
that,
Arnold
yeah.
Palmer.
Do you want how much do you want? Just tell me.
Let's get go.
So we, as we're talking
Yeah, that's good.
now, 5 days
Couple
ago
sips for
was
everybody.
UFC Fight Night 186, which featured Anthony Smith versus
It's another like
What
half
was
a
it,
can
Paul
if anybody
Clark?
wants it.
I think it was Paul Clark, Devin
Mhm.
Clark,
Anthony Smith.
and this was the fight night.
Anthony
What was the
Smith.
fight? What was the headline supposed to be for that fight? Got bowed out the last second.
Curtis Blades and Derek
Curtis
Lewis.
Blades versus Derek Lewis. That's right.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately has been postponed till January.
Unfortunate.
And so that was a card that we didn't even really watch because there was no fights of any note. Anthony Smith did beat Devin Clark by TKO in the second round. Anthony Smith has
Ooh.
proven that he's a top
Quick.
10 fighter, but he cannot beat top 5 fighters. That's what he's proven so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
He lost to Alexander Rakic. He lost to Glover Teixeira within 4 months of each other. He lost to John Jones before that. So he's a good fighter, but he's not really anything too special in the
Yeah.
top 10.
Yeah.
Agree.
And then this week we were just talking about it a little bit. We got Jack Hermanson versus Marvin. I'm gonna make sure I'm pronouncing this guy's name right. It's Jack Hermanson versus Marvin Vittori.
Marvin
Excuse me.
Vittori.
Marvin Vittori, 15-4 in the middleweight division. He's ranked 13th. Jack Hermanson, 21-5. He's ranked 4th.
Jack Hermanson all day.
Jack Hermanson's wrestling is so strong.
I think Jack
So
Hermanson.
I don't
strong.
know. I don't know anything about Vittori, but I gotta figure that Jack Hermanson's he's gonna wipe the floor, especially if this is a short
Short notice.
fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love to get the backstory of how Kevin Holland just flipped.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
he's gonna be. What's the date? What's the date?
It's the December 3rd.
December 3rd. This is the
Oh, this fight night? This is December 5th. Yeah.
Okay, so, dude, he's gonna fight. He's gonna fight soon because he wants to win 5 fights in a year.
Yeah, that's what
He has to
said
do
he
that
wanted.
soon.
I
Well,
doubt.
isn't
he's
he
gonna
fighting
get
in
another fight.
256?
No.
Is
Oh,
he
Kevin
fighting on-
Holland? Kevin Holland is fighting 256, which is
Why
December
did he
12th.
back out?
Is that his
Look
5th fight or?
I think it's his 4th. It might be his 5th though,
Hmm.
because he just beat someone. Who did Kevin Holland just beat?
He just decimated somebody, bro.
Yeah.
Was
it
Charo
254?
Ontivis? Oh, dude, this guy came in on short notice, like 4-day notice.
Vittori? Or
Kevin Holland's last fight.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah,
you know
but
that's
it
not
got
anything too
got
special.
canceled. He was supposed to fight somebody good, but
I thought he had just fought.
he's fighting
though.
December 12th.
Yeah.
256. So he is fighting this year.
Right.
He's probably going to be the main event for the Kamaev fight that's being moved. 100%.
do you think?
What? Wait, what?
He might be the main event.
No. The
No,
main
it's 250.
256 is in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wait.
Kamaev's fight is in 3 weeks, or it was supposed to be in 3 weeks.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting dates.
Which that
Wait,
card-
I'm getting dates confused.
That card is still
I think-
electric, and we will
yeah.
get to that soon.
I think Leon Edwards has got that one.
Dude, I think Leon Edwards
I think
has
so. I think
Kamaev
so.
all day 24.
I think
7.
Leon Edwards is going to take him down. He might eat a shot or two.
It's been in the game
Kamaev
longer.
definitely could knock him out, but I think that Leon Edwards, whenever they do fight, because it's still up for speculation.
Yeah. Mark's
Cheers.
like fiending for this.
I just want to taste it. The iced tea tastes like spicy iced tea.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It almost has like a chai taste to it.
It's not bad. I kind of like it.
You can
It's like an iced tea soda.
you can tell
Yeah.
that it's energy drink though.
It's lemony. Oh, definitely energy drink. Like I
Yeah.
can feel it in my.
In my veins.
I can
There's-
feel like that taurine and the thymine
Oh.
and all that shit and all
Well,
the
there's-
Honestly, it's
Alpha
the first.
GPC. There's cardanine and theobromine.
theobromine. That's
the
what it
heck
was.
is
That's
that?
what I was trying.
I don't
to
know.
think
This
of.
is a bunch of scientist shit that makes you jack.
Theobromine. Hang on.
We're going to take a quick pause for station identification. You're watching MMA Complete with Zach Drapo, Austin Garvey, Mark Tosi, being brought to you by SFBNRI. Check out all the SFBNRI platforms, social medias, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Periscope, all that shit. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to highlight Title Time Throwdown, which was just live 15 minutes ago. It's by Mr. Warren.
That's why he's winning all the fucking
What?
matches.
That's
Yeah,
why
that's
he's
why.
fighting
Before the fights.
He's on to the PEDs before you saw it.
Theobromine.
Go
Is
ahead,
that-
try to pronounce it. I dare you on stream.
Theobromine is a bitter alkaloid of the coca plant. What is it? Coca?
It's a cocoa bean plant.
Cocoa
so
bean.
so coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Maybe chocolate. I don't know.
So that's why it's so bitter. I don't know. I don't know.
It tastes amazing, and you should absolutely
It's
get
good.
it at your
It's
local
definitely worth-
store
it's
or
definitely worth
wherever
a
you
try.
buy it.
On
Definitely
Amazon
worth a try.
Prime.
All
not
right.
gonna lie.
So I'm not gonna lie, real quick. I think that
Okay.
we should talk about. We already talked about Jack Hermanson versus Marvin Vittori. Oven St. Preux's fighting Jamal Hill,
Jamal.
Hill, who is undefeated. That's the only fights of any particular importance on this card.
I have no idea about that fight.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, Oven St. Preux won his last fight, and he's a vet, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's fallen from the gray side. He's trying to make a comeback almost.
39 fights.
Wow.
39 fights. He's definitely
This guy's
37.
0-0.
No, he's 6-0.
He's 6-0. 6-0
Oh
and 2.
shit! I need glasses so bad.
Two no
dude.
contests for
Screens
Jamal
your
Hill.
eyes.
I was like, how is this guy in the UFC 0-0?
He's an amateur.
For the record, Jack Hermanson has a slight height advantage and a 3.5-inch reach advantage on his fight as well,
Pretty big.
putting it even more in his corner.
So
I
but
say-
I don't think the reach advantage even matters.
So
I mean,
I-
it does matter a little bit, but he's gonna try and take him to the ground.
Yeah.
He's wrestling.
So I say we just skip this card and go right into the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Skip.
All right. For anybody watching, know that we will be coming to you live December 12th. We're not sure when the pay-per-view starts. We're going to assume that it starts around 10, so we'll probably be coming live around like 8 o'clock again.
Let's
Mate.
go.
Let's try to stay awake this time.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you don't know, Austin
dude.
fell asleep hardcore.
Dude.
So
But
we're
he
going to
stayed.
be
He stayed, though.
we're going to be coming to you live on
Stay.
December 12th for that pay-per-view. Check us out wherever you're watching this right now. Go to our Facebook, SFBNRI. It's probably the best place to check out our content, and we'll be live streaming reactions for the fights.
Yeah. We'll
Stacked-
also be
stacked
betting
card,
betting
guys.
the deed.
For
Oh wait, no, the
Stacked
freaking-
card.
For UFC 256,
casino.
we got I know.
we're gonna take picks and then
Yeah, we'll definitely next podcast every Thursday night at 8 p.m. We will have our official picks for the pay-per-views,
yeah.
so you can follow along at home.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
for this pay-per-view, there's one thing that I wanted to bring up that I'm pretty sure is a thing. I have no sources to back this up.
Yeah.
I have no total history of
What do
it,
you do?
but
Not good.
I believe
It's okay.
that Davison
It's okay.
Figueiredo
It's
is
not
the
even a drink.
first person ever to headline 2 consecutive pay-per-views.
First ever, really.
I think so. I don't think anyone's ever done that before, besides like Hoist Gracie back in the day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
whenever do you see a champion fight twice in 3 weeks?
That's pretty crazy.
I think it's the first time he's ever done it. Now, this card was originally supposed to be headlined by the bantamweight title fight between Piotr Jan and Aljamain Sterling, but that fight got scrapped for some reason. I'm not sure when. I think it's going to be postponed until February of next year. It might be January.
It's probably because all the names they put on this fucking thing.
Dude, for real. But like, that's imagine if this fight, because Nunes was supposed to fight in this fight too.
Jesus.
He was supposed
What
to be
the hell?
right. It was going to be 3
Yeah,
title
that's
fights.
right.
It's
That's
gonna be
right.
3 title fights.
Yeah.
And now it's
in
just
a way,
one.
it's like, nah, I can't let that happen.
Well, no, Nunes backed out, and then the
Oh,
Jan
they
Aljamain
backed
Sterling
out?
got
Did she
canceled.
back
Yeah,
out?
Nunes backed out. I'm not sure why, honestly.
You bitch.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
she's scared.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, she's
sure
scared.
Fight
that's
me.
what it is.
You fucking.
Fight Cejudo.
Fight me. Yeah,
Cejudo would beat her ass.
Dude, Cejudo would mess her up.
I got money
Um,
on it. I'm sorry.
So, Brandon Moreno is going to be the title contender for Davison Figueiredo's flyweight title, and we just saw Brandon Moreno beat up. Can't remember the guy's name.
It's pretty easily, too.
What was the guy's name?
Dude, I want to tweet at Henry Cejudo.
He
And
beat
I
up
wonder if he
Brandon
was-
Royval. He actually separated Brandon Royval's shoulder towards the end of the first round, which gave him the victory. I thought that it would have gone much longer because I thought it was a pretty tightly contested fight. But Brandon Moreno, nonetheless, is the number one
Brandon
contender.
Moreno looked pretty dominant.
He
on the
did look
ground.
pretty good.
All right, I
But-
got to ask a question.
Okay.
How much of a percentage you giving Amanda Nunes to win that fight against Cejudo?
20.
I was
25.
thinking like 20.
20?
15.
Oof. I'm going like 35.
Fair,
Like
fair.
15.
Anywhere in
Listen,
that region.
Listen,
35?
listen.
That's
I
fine.
say this a lot, and it usually never happens. But if Amanda Nunes could stop Cejudo from taking her down, Nunes would win that fight. If it's just
No way.
say they have a kickboxing fight, Nunes wins that fight.
Nunes.
Nunes, by the way, is like 4 inches taller than Cejudo.
I know. It's so funny.
Just saying.
Damn.
I don't think she can stop. his
Cejudo is
takedown,
also an
so-
Olympic wrestler.
Yeah, I
And
don't-
he knocked out Dominic Cruz by a flying knee last fight, but that was disputed. Dominic Cruz was kind of getting up, so he has some knockout power. But like he
Amanda
couldn't finish
Nunes.
Demetrius Johnson, and Demetrius Johnson
roided up.
was right up here.
Yeah.
He was. Dude, Amanda Nunes could knock out Cejudo. I 100% believe that. I don't
No,
think
you
she
get- all right,
would.
all right. I'll give her 25. Oh, you
think
raised
that's
me
where I have her.
10%.
I
You
think that's
raised me
where I have her.
10% because I think out of 4 fights she wins.
Let me ask you this: if this speculated fight, which is never,
I would
gonna
definitely bet on.
Let's
Amanda
hope
Nunes.
this
I
happens.
would definitely
This
bet
would
on
be-
her.
if this
Awesome.
were to happen, because you have Henry Cejudo who fights at 125, 135. You
Yeah.
have Nunes who fights at 145. Do you let Nunes come in 10 pounds heavier than Cejudo?
Fuck yeah, why not, dude? You're already fucking up the whole spectrum of everything. Why
I
not?
say yeah.
Let her come in 10 pounds over.
10 pounds heavier. Then I give her another, I bump it up another 5%. Now, do you think that fight should be for the BMF title?
No.
No.
George Masvidal
No, that should
is
just
the
be for
BMF.
dignity.
Dude, that title is such a
Dude,
joke.
that would ruin Super
Nah.
Bowl.
Such a joke.
It's
What do
cool.
you mean?
It's cool. I
It's
mean,
cool.
The Rock gave it to him, but it's
But that whole, it was so dumb. It was so uncalled for. And the only reason the BMF title exists
We said
is
this
because
before.
Dana White was trying to hype up that fight.
Yes.
That is it. That's completely it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and that would have been bad enough.
Because that
But
card,
then,
that card, a lot of
the
people forget
fight
that card was supposed
that
to be
is
very-
supposed
very
to the fight that's supposed to crown a baddest motherfucker ends by doctor stoppage. No,
yeah,
come on.
that was the weakest
Come
shit.
on.
That was the
Yeah.
weakest ending to the fight.
And you know Nate Diaz is fucking pissed about
He was.
that.
That's the same cut he gets every single fight.
They almost rescheduled that fight for this pay-per-view coming up, but then Colby won and Jorge's gonna fight.
They need
Colby
to
now.
find some doctors that don't give a fuck.
That's gonna be a good fight. Jorge and Kobe used to be part of the
Jorge
same
and Colby's
camp
gonna be a great fight.
Really?
But I
back in
think
the day.
they
yep.
were best friends.
best friends.
You know,
Are
all
they
right,
angry
have you
now?
ever
And
seen
They
that?
hateful with each other now?
Not really.
No.
Jorge kind of took Trump away from Colby, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
But
no,
I know you like that.
no. Probably
So,
not.
have you ever seen the home video of Jorge and Masvidal fight in a backyard?
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
Do you know who else is in that video?
Fucking
Because Colby's in it.
Kimbo Slice was there, wasn't
Not Kimbo, no.
he fought
It's
in that
Colby
backyard.
Covington and Yoel Romero.
Yoel was back there?
Yoel was in
What
that
the
video with
fuck?
Jorge.
No way.
All three of those guys were chilling in Florida, getting baked off their asses for 5 years before any of them got
Dude,
to the UFC.
Masvidal was fighting a heavyweight guy, dude.
Yeah, he was.
He beat
Dude,
him
in
twice.
that video, Masvidal fights at 170 now. In that video, Masvidal was like 208.
wow.
Was that heavy?
Yeah, dude, he was
Damn, he looked
jacked.
skinnier.
Dude, he was jacked.
Dude.
And then you got Yoel Romero, who was like 250.
Just natural
Jesus.
prowess.
You know Nick Diaz is supposed to come back. He's 99.99999% gonna fight.
Yeah,
in
but
2021.
like, who's he gonna fight?
GSP.
He's lightweight.
No.
No, he's not lightweight. He's welterweight, but he would come back probably lightweight, welterweight.
Who would he fight? Who would
He's
he
not fighting
fight?
anyone top 5. I don't give a shit.
Nah,
if he
bro,
finds someone
no.
top 5, that would be ridiculous.
No. Like gatekeeper.
The Diaz brothers just got a fan following, man.
Yeah,
He'll
absolutely.
he'll get views in that
I think
fight.
Nick Diaz should fight Nate Diaz.
I'd put him on a pay-per-view.
No, that would never happen.
They wouldn't fight each
Yeah, I
other.
was thinking
No,
that.
they
I was
never
thinking
fight
that.
each other.
I was thinking that too.
But that would
Straight
be a pretty great headline.
It'd be pretty retarded looking.
Yeah, dude.
Diaz
Two
versus
brothers
Diaz.
just beating the shit out of each other. Yeah.
What if Nick Diaz fights Connor?
No. Absolutely not.
I think
Did
Nick
Conor call him
Diaz.
out one time?
I
Connor's
think
facing
Nick
fucking
Diaz
Jorge.
should come back and fight Michael Chandler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
test him.
Yeah.
Diaz brothers are gatekeepers.
So for anybody
Michael
who
Chandler's gonna beat his
Anybody
ass, but
watching
it'll be
this
good.
podcast, Michael Chandler is a former Strikeforce champ who was originally signed to the UFC to be a backup fighter in
Yeah.
case either Khabib or Justin Gaethje got hurt, immediately implementing him into the top 5 of the lightweight division, which no one understood. He was the lightweight champ in Strikeforce, but I mean dog shit
Yeah.
coming into the
I want
UFC.
to talk about something after this, but
And
continue.
so now, because of all the other lightweight fights that are scheduled,
Yeah.
McGregor fighting Poirier January 23rd,
Absolutely.
and Tony Ferguson fighting Charles Oliveira
Oh, we got
in
a
2
comment.
weeks, which we haven't even talked about. It's probably a fucking ad. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna.
Some racism in the chat here.
I don't even know how to delete it.
Who the? Get that out of here.
I don't even know how to
Del-
delete it.
Oh
Zach.
my god, Zach. You want me to do it?
Haven't
I
you
know
deleted?
how.
You've deleted these before.
Yeah, you gotta
Definitely
click on it.
No, don't click on it because it's gonna show it in the middle of the thing. So
But it's already shown.
with the lightweight fights that are in
Get that.
place already,
Can't stay there.
what do you mean, guy? I literally don't know how to fucking take it off.
Ron.
I don't know. Let me see. From Twitch?
Turn it off. Turn it off.
I told you not to.
I didn't. I thought you meant show that.
No,
Dude, screw that guy.
we have some haters
Haters.
in the comment. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
How you a juice?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
you do
why.
owe me
I
a
don't know
juice.
why it's not letting us. That's weird.
Yeah, it is. So, anyway, Tony Ferguson fighting Charles Oliveira in 2 weeks. That's already scheduled for the lightweight division.
Yeah.
And then you also have Poirier versus McGregor scheduled
Right.
for a month and a half from now.
Mhm.
So, Justin Gaethje has nowhere to go, and he is the Like any lightweight champion has to go through Gaethje.
Yeah.
So Gaethje versus Chandler seems like it's
They're
the
gonna
next.
Dude, I don't know about this.
Gaethje versus Chandler seems
Here,
like it is the
finish this so we
next
can try
thing.
out this flavor.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Gaethje
Continue,
versus Chandler is
continue.
the next thing. That's
And that's terrible.
no, I don't
Michael
think
Chandler has no
I-
business fighting Justin Gaethje.
Bellator
No
is
business. Zero.
Strike Force.
he's
Is it Bellator?
Bellator, yeah.
It is Bellator.
He's
I
not
was
a
thinking
joke.
Strike Force.
because he was a champ for a while there. I know that. Why does he get a shot with the number one contender
It
before
makes
Khabib
no
left?
sense.
After
It makes
Khabib left,
absolutely
you know.
no sense. And the only
It's
reason
stupid.
for it, the
It's
only
stupid.
reason I can think of why Dana White's not just like, yeah, screw you, is because Michael Chandler made him put that clause in his
This
contract.
one's clear.
Like he had to have put that clause in his contract, or Dana White would just be like, nah, screw you.
Yeah.
And you get like a top 10 guy or whatever. If you fought like number 10,
Pineapple coconut.
pineapple coconut Jocko juice, go get it. If you fought a top 10 fighter, that'd be all right. But fighting the number one guy, that just makes no sense.
No.
Because if you fight Gaethje, if Michael Chandler fights Gaethje, that has to be for the interim title. Or it has to be for the title.
Should be Tony Ferguson.
I think so.
Should be, but it's not. But it should be Tony Ferguson.
Pretty coconutty, actually.
So let me ask you guys this. Say in a perfect world, Justin
say-
Gaethje's just crown champ.
Yeah.
Say he doesn't fight anybody, he's just crown champ.
Okay.
And then say Tony Ferguson beats Charles Oliveira and Conor beats Poirier.
Yeah.
Who fights Gaethje? It has to be Conor, right?
Conor,
Because
yeah.
Conor's the fucking moneymaker. So Conor has 2 fights back in the UFC, beats Cerrone and Poirier, and immediately gets given a title shot.
Depends
That's
how
why-
dominant.
that's why
Depends.
standings-
that's why-
Well, it
That's why
depends how
standings don't
dominant
matter. That's
the
why
Poirier
standings
fight
don't
is.
matter.
If he's dominant in the Poirier fight,
Yeah.
then it's
I don't think
warranted.
he will be though.
But if he is,
Right. I think Conor McGregor's gonna beat.
he took that
Dustin
2-year
Poirier.
hiatus, right? He took a 2-year break, or was it a 1 year? I think
It was like
2
a year and a half. Because he fought Floyd before Khabib. And I think Khabib was in 2017. And Cerrone was January of 2019. So it was like a year and a half, just over a year.
What
Yeah.
a bad showing for Conor for Khabib.
I
get
didn't think he
dominated.
was that bad.
No, compared to what I expected,
Smell
but
this shit.
Hmm?
Smell this.
it's coconut. Have you ever had coconut water? It tastes fine. Let's try it. It's got a
I
little,
already tried it. It's pretty
Oh,
good.
okay.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's got a nutty taste to it.
What do you mean? I love all Jocko juice. You don't like it?
No.
I like
It's not
coconut water,
bad.
so
I
this-
think
this
what was
this
the
brings
first
my
one
vote
we had? I think I like the Arnold Palmer a little bit more.
to Arnold Palmer.
That's what it is. It's iced tea and lemonade.
Golf champion with his own iced tea brand.
Dude, yeah, Arnold Palmer's the man. All
Oh,
right,
fuck
so let's get back to the UFC events. So also in UFC 256, we talked about Kevin Holland versus Jacare.
Can we talk about how Alex Pereira knocked that dude out in LFA?
Okay, yeah.
That's it.
Well, how was it impressive?
So
Was it
Alex, you know Alex Pereira.
I
First the
know
guy who
that,
knocked
yeah.
out Israel Adesanya in kickboxing.
cool? Yeah.
Remember we talked about this
Yeah.
a while ago?
So he had
I
a
just
couple.
forgot the name.
He had a couple fights, and then he got signed to LFA recently. And in the first round, he had a devastating left hook that just fucking flatlined the guy.
Is that LFA MMA?
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Wonder how it'll work when it gets taken down.
Right, that's exactly what I said to him. I think the guy went for a takedown and he stuffed it, but again, it's a no name from LFA.
Perfect
you know what I mean?
setup for Adesanya though, if he can prove himself. And I heard he's good takedown defense.
He thinks
That's what I've heard.
he thinks
That's what I've
Pereira's
heard.
going
I've
to
read
fight
it.
Adesanya in 3 years.
Within 3 years, 2 years.
I don't
maybe,
think so.
2 years.
Depends how good he's on the ground. If he's shit
You want
off,
water.
No, you got to drink the Jocko juice.
he did not like the
You got to
coconut.
drink the Jocko
Dude,
juice.
coconut honestly made me lightheaded.
Coconut pineapple. It's apparently not your combination.
I'm like, dude, am I allergic to this? I was like, oh my god, this shit's devastating.
It tastes like nature.
So Jacare is making his
Go buy it, though. Try it out.
long-awaited comeback. Jacare is 40 years old. Did he fight last year? He's fought a couple times. Okay. So he fought Jan Blachowicz last year and Jack Hermanson and lost to both.
Nope.
Yes, Steve.
He beat Chris Weidman the year before that. Okay. So Jacare hasn't fought. Jacare hasn't fought in over a year, and he hasn't won since
Really?
2 years ago. But he's making his comeback against Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland has had a crazy year. I think he's 3-1 this year.
Yeah.
Or 2-1.
Who?
it's 3-1.
Kevin
Kevin
Holland?
Holland.
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. So this will be his 5th fight.
No, he's
No,
won
wait,
5
wait.
fights, or he's gonna
No.
win.
I think he
3.
lost a couple months ago. Anyway, he's fighting Kevin Holland, who's an up-and-comer in the middleweight division. He's
Look
a
it up right
knockout
now.
artist. Yeah.
Kevin Holland?
Yeah.
Not really. Some people
He's a mixed martial artist.
yeah,
He's just
yeah.
kind of balanced.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Well, you know, Jacare's going to try to look for the tap.
Yeah.
Jacare's absolutely going to try to look for the tap.
That's where we'll see his ground game tested.
Right, we will. I mean, Jacare, it's very possible that Jacare gets blown away standing up because, you know, he's not as fast as he once was. He's never been a great striker. He was a good striker. He's never been great. And Kevin Holland's younger. He's hungrier. We haven't seen Jacare win in 2 years. So, I mean, it could happen, but this kind of reminds me of like a Gustafsson Verdum fight where the older, more experienced jiu-jitsu guys just going to take him down and fuck him up.
Kevin Holland is 4-0 this year. No, yep, he's 4-0 this year.
4-0.
Oh, really? So this could be his fifth and 0.
Mhm.
Damn, that'll be
5th and 0.
impressive.
5-0.
5th and 0.
Also, on the same pay-per-view, you guys should really tune into our stream and definitely do the pay-per-view. We have Junior Dos Santos fighting Cyril Gane, and I believe is Cyril Gane's UFC debut. It is. You ever heard of this guy, Cyril Gane?
No, it looks
So
like a
he
beast.
started off like 10-7, and then it came out that he was like Max Holloway and that he literally was training by himself, looking at the fucking UFC video games, just like how to get combos and different shit like that.
Really?
He was 10-7 doing that, and then he got a trainer, and ever since then he's like 14-0.
That's fucking cool.
What the hell?
I want to say he has several amateur MMA fights, not professional, which is why his record is 6-0. I believe if you go on to like Tapology or one of those websites, he's 17-7.
Yeah.
So he is a badass who's just getting better, and I don't think
I didn't
he's
know
that
that's how
old
Max
yet.
Holloway got his start.
Oh yeah, you never heard about that, dude? Max Holloway, UFC Undisputed 2, was the year that he started training MMA, and he actually had a gym, but he was a wrestler, and so he
And a
would.
kickboxer, wasn't he?
I think he was just a wrestler,
No,
but he would train. What are you gonna say?
I heard about him on Joe Rogan podcast.
Right.
He was saying that he started kickboxing, and he had his first fight after like 2 weeks of kickboxing because he was just like, oh, there's somebody that fell out of a fight. I'll fight.
Yeah.
And he actually won.
All I know is that Holloway's admitted that like for his first year or so of like kickboxing training or boxing, whatever it was, he was learning combos off UFC, which I just thought was a cool story. It totally might be made up, but I thought that was a cool
Guess
story.
who his
Here.
last win is against, Mark?
Who's
Who?
this? Kevin Holland?
Nope. The Cyril Gane. His last win.
Who was it against?
Tanner Bozer.
Fuck Tanner Bozer.
I knew it as soon as you were gonna say that.
And
he's fighting
his
JDS.
last 4 fights have been canceled.
He's fighting JDS, and JDS is still an amazing heavyweight who just unfortunately got rocked by
Going-
Jairzinho Rosenstrike.
He's on the downswing, and honestly, he might get knocked out again because
don't-
people that have been knocked out in their previous fight.
Dude,
Usually
I
get
don't
knocked
think
out
he
again.
will. He had a great fight against Rosenstrike and then just got caught and knocked out.
Yeah, we actually picked him to win that
Yeah, we
fight.
did.
Yeah,
I thought he was
he
gonna
won
win.
the first 2 rounds, and then he.
So I mean, if Cyril can tag him, he's probably gonna go out. But JDS is the better fighter, I really think. And that's not even it for that card. Also on that card,
It's one more big name.
yeah, where is it?
All right, so he's undefeated
Hold
in
on.
his pro fights. This guy.
Oh no, I'm actually thinking of the fight night afterwards. So that is actually it for the big fights. We
Tony
also have,
Ferguson fighting.
you have Renato Moicano versus Rafael Fiziev. But that's about it for the big fights in UFC 256. The prelims have not even been announced yet, so we don't know who's fighting in the undercard.
Dude, Tony Ferguson is coming back so fast, dude.
He probably wants
From
to.
that fight, like
It's not
The
that
guy-
fast. They fought in May.
who,
Yeah.
Gaethje?
Ferguson and Gaethje. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think that's enough.
That was the
time.
first pay-per-view after Corona.
Wow.
What a good fucking pay per view.
Dude, that fight might be the fight of the year, and it wasn't even close.
It's just a brawl.
Dude, it's probably not fight of the year, but it was one of the most entertaining, one of the most shocking fights of the year because everybody going into that was like, "Oh, Ferguson's gonna fuck up Gaethje in 2 rounds," and then Gaethje had the most dominant performance I've ever seen by top
Yeah, stand up.
ranked contenders.
Mhm.
Dude, he was not even rushing his shots, landing combos and just keeping his cool.
Dude, the Khabib and him was such a good fight.
Yeah. You could just
Also, Khabib. Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, talking about the Olympics, trying to get MMA into the Olympics.
Is that what you're going to talk about? You're going to talk about his organization.
His organization he purchased for $1 million.
Did you hear about that?
No, what is it?
Khabib's never returned in the UFC. He
Never.
bought his own fight promotion.
In Russia.
And it was something like, it was the KFA, and he's turning it to the EFA, the Eagle Fight Championship,
Yeah.
because that's his nickname.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, it came out, I think it was yesterday, it came out that Khabib's talking with Olympic officials about getting MMA initiated as a sport in the Olympics.
How can you do that though? Because if you get fucking beat the fuck out of, like, not gonna like front, how are you gonna fight in 2 days, 3 days?
What do you mean? No, it would be like a tournament.
What do you mean? Like
Yeah.
MMA, like
Kind of like
jiu-jitsu
the old
or
UFC.
Like, you know how hockey does the Olympics?
yeah.
Like, they have a game, and then they wait a week, and then they have another game against another winner. That's what they would do.
See, if you're doing
No.
fighting, I'd rather have it all on the same night.
Yeah,
'Cause-
but I don't think the fighters would. I don't think they would ever sanction that.
Well, they've done it before in the past.
Yeah, they did it back in the 90s.
Yeah, but
But it's a
like,
different sport than it was then.
I don't know if I'd want to fight, but a sore face, like a week after my face got slammed in, I don't
That's
know.
what I mean, dude. Like
I get it. Your adrenaline's up, so you would want to keep going that fight. But at the same time, it's going to be too big of a tournament to do in one night. They're going to have like
Yeah, true.
16 fighters.
It's a really
You know what I
tough
mean?
thing to
You
get
can't
into
have
the fucking
5 fights in one night.
16.
You can't
have
have
a lot more. They're gonna have like only one from every country.
Right. I think that's how they'll start it, and then they'll have like what's it called? Like a
Like
A
like
a
a bunch of
table.
fighters from all the countries
Yeah.
compete, and then that fighter gets to go to.
and I'm sure that there's going to be some countries that are left out because their fighters aren't ranked high enough or
Yeah.
whatever. But if Khabib's fighting this hard for it, don't you think he'll fight?
Oh, I hope so.
I think he's gonna fight in his own.
Like, he would be the Russian fighter.
Probably. Why wouldn't he fight in his own promotion?
Maybe he wants to be the big boss, man.
Because don't you think Khabib, that has accomplished everything, now wants to get a fucking Olympic gold medal?
Yeah, it probably does.
You know what I mean? Like, that probably interests him.
Yeah, but you could go for.
He also-
What judo's on the Olympics?
Yeah,
judo's
judo's,
in the
in the Olympics, but he wouldn't win in judo because it's
Yeah.
got different rules.
Yeah.
So,
His dad is a world class judo
That's sambo.
sambo.
did you hear what Khabib said about returning to the UFC a couple
What'd he
days
say?
ago? He said the only way I would return to the UFC is to fight Conor McGregor for $100 million.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. He
Fuck.
said it's all about the money. It's
Oh.
not about competition for me anymore because I have no competition.
Oh.
But if you want to give me $100 million to fight Conor,
You
I'll
have
totally do that.
you had GSP.
That's what he said.
You're just afraid of breaking your record. That's why I don't have as much.
I think you might be right.
I think that's what
I think you
that's
might
what
be
it
right.
is.
But at the
He's-
same time, I think that he just, like, if GSP was willing to come down to lightweight, I think this fight would already be announced.
Mm.
I think that might be the biggest problem because don't you think
GSP would already
the
came out.
amount of respect that Khabib has for competitive fighters and great fighters and wanting to be the best,
Yeah.
that if there was a shot that this could get
well, Khabib's,
called, it would have been already.
Khabib's like what 5'10", 5'11". He's 5'10". Yeah. he is.
Okay.
GSP's 5'11", I think.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Khabib move up? At the weight that he actually weighs when he goes in the ring.
Because, well, here's my
It
thinking.
wouldn't be all at 155.
He has been lightweight his whole career. He's the lightweight champ for 3 years now. He retired the lightweight champ. In his mind, he has no reason to go to any other division. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, in his mind, and because Dana White appointed him the number 1 pound for pound, people have to come after him, which is what should happen when you're the best. And so for him to go to another division, that's admitting to him, like, okay, I'm trying to go after that guy when he wants to be like, let me get the best guy.
Yeah. The best guy's right there. He's already
best
said
guy's
he's
GSP.
wanted to fight you for 2 years.
Right.
Like you could have done it, but that's why you're the undefined GOAT.
GSP doesn't want to go down to 155. He said anyway.
Right.
Because it's too much
And
weight.
you can't. And he also said because you can't use IVs either.
He's got colitis too, which
Yeah,
you know.
he said
could-
that
But
would
he got
decimate
colitis
him.
by going up a weight division.
but
you know?
it could still affect him.
Yeah, absolutely could.
Like that.
I think that GSP, if this fight were to happen, two things I think would have to happen. One, it would have to be announced fucking yesterday.
Yeah.
And two, it would have to be like 4 months before the fight. I think that GSP and Khabib would both want that camp.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
deserve it too.
Wouldn't
They
even-
do
I wouldn't-
deserve
I
it,
wouldn't even-
absolutely.
GSP's only getting
6
older.
months even sounds.
6 months
It sounds
I think
long.
it's too far away.
I think it's so long, but bro, that build up.
But at the
half a
same
year to
time,
get ready.
at the same time, for a build-up that's 6 months, UFC would have to have the greatest promotion of a single fight they've ever had. To keep fans interested for 6 months would be almost impossible.
Yeah.
Because once that 2 month comes around, you're like, they're still 4 months away. I'm not going to think about it for another 2
3 months. 3 months.
You know
4
what I
months,
mean?
3 months, 4 months.
Right. And
Because
people
2
wouldn't
months,
even
you're gonna be
care
like,
about it.
oh, it's only 2
And
months.
on top of that,
away.
GSP's only getting older. So if Khabib actually does take this fight later on down the line, I think it's
That was
cowardly
the
of him.
other thing, right? Because GSP is 37 or 38.
He's
now.
40.
Is he 40?
I'm pretty sure he's 40.
And Khabib's 29.
yeah,
So, I mean,
He's 39.
he's
Yeah,
39.
He's only getting older, you
Right.
know.
40 is probably it for him, and he said that. He's said that multiple times.
Yeah.
40.
let me ask you guys this.
So
Now.
a year and a half.
If
Yeah,
GSP
it's
does
over.
not come back to fight Khabib, who does GSP come back to fight?
Not
Nobody.
fighting.
There's nobody else.
Not fighting at all.
You don't think so?
No.
I think there's one guy.
Who?
Kamaru Usman.
think so.
Maybe.
Well, Kamaru Usman has GSP's belt. He has the welterweight title. That's GSP's belt.
But does GSP cares more about the story? You know, like if he could beat the fabled, other possible GOAT, that's what he wants.
But at the same time, GSP returned after 4 years to fight Michael Bisping. And I get that was a title. He went up a division, so that's something. He became a champ. But, if he'll fight Michael Bisping, why not fight Kamaru Usman? Kamaru Usman is a better fighter than Michael Bisping ever was, by the way.
Good heart by Michael Bisping. He just
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Michael Bisping's a great fighter. One of the toughest guys the UFC's ever seen. But Kamaru Usman's better.
Yeah.
Kamaru
Who's the
Usman-
toughest.
Kamaru Usman could totally beat GSP, by the
Who's
way.
the toughest guy?
Toughest guy in UFC history.
You think Nate Diaz is up
Randy
there?
Couture's up there. Randy Couture went 4 rounds with Brock Lesnar when he was 42
Brock
years old.
Lesnar.
No, Brock Lesnar's not one of the
No,
toughest
I'm
guys.
joking.
Rock Lesnar. He got tapped out by a toe lock.
You know who has an
Yeah,
honorable
but-
mention? Who's the dude that just shaved his head to fight the Korean Zombie? Brian Ortega.
Yeah.
Brian Ortega. Do you know about his fight with Max Holloway?
That's not the one where his face looked like a fucking.
He was so messed up. Brian Ortega has the record for most significant strikes landed on him. And it was like 258.
Oh my god.
His
And
face is
he
goat cheese.
went to a decision. He got hit by a significant strike over 250 times, and he didn't lose the fight like
Yeah.
that. That's fucking tough.
He's getting a title shot soon.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be fighting Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that's going to be a great fight.
It's gonna be a great fight. I think I got Brian Ortega. Honestly, I think
He looked excellent.
he looks so good and slick and fast in his last fight. I'm gonna use my eyes for that one.
And here's the
Sorry,
thing. I think you might be right because Brian Ortega's biggest problem with Max Holloway was the champ. Brian Ortega lost to him. Brian Ortega was like 4 inches shorter than Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Same thing with Volkanovski. He might have even had more of a difference.
Right.
Yeah.
And reach 4 inches in reach or 4 inches height.
Both.
Max Holloway's
Max Holloway's
5'11".
like 5'11 at 145.
What's Brian
which is
Ortega?
Fucking ridiculous. He's like 5'7", 5'8".
Really?
Well, that's what featherweights usually are. They're like 5'8".
I thought it was 5'10".
Yeah, I found that guy that got suspended for that weed.
Who is
Nico Price.
it? Nico Price. Okay.
Yep.
Wow, he is 5'9".
Suspended
Holy
6
shit.
months after testing positive for marijuana. Cowboy Cerrone fight overturned to no contest. So if you have
So that
tickets,
draw is now a no contest.
I wonder.
Sucks.
Wow. Well, it's a push either way, right?
I wonder if I had a ticket. No, I didn't. No.
Imagine the casino calls you.
Yo,
one day.
imagine that. You're like, yo, no contest now. Yeah, I'd win a ticket for like $10,000.
That would
Yo.
suck.
Wow.
So yeah, I want to hear your guys'
Goddamn
take.
draw.
Who's GSP gonna fight if he would come
No, but-
back not to fight Khabib?
If-
No, but just say he's gonna come back to
Oh.
fight someone.
Oh, just say he was coming back.
He's come back to fight someone.
Somebody.
And
Just
don't say
somebody.
Connor. Don't say
You
Connor.
might want that
You
paycheck,
want to know
though.
who I'm thinking?
I would love to know who you're thinking.
Jorge Masvidal. For the baddest motherfucker belt.
Here's the
GSP
thing.
he hasn't really given off baddest motherfucker vibes.
Here's
so.
the thing. I think that
I
would be a
know.
cool fight to watch.
Would be.
But GSP would dominate Jorge like no one's ever dominated Jorge. It would not be fair. Anything that Colby would do to
I
Jorge,
agree.
GSP would do 10 times worse.
Yeah.
I think
Kobe.
GSP versus Colby.
That's what I was gonna say.
Fight.
Jorge or Kobe.
But then GSP, see, if GSP fought Jorge, he would take him down the whole time. If GSP fights Colby, he would stand up the whole time. He would not let Colby.
He's gonna do that 1-2 punch, go for the takedown.
I don't think he would take down Colby at all
Oh,
because
he's
Colby's a wrestler.
Yeah,
so
I
I think
know.
he would stand up with him.
That would be a great fight
Maybe,
if Kobe
yeah.
Covington was some way the champ. Dude, him and GSP, that would be white power.
So you got Kamaru Usman as another contender.
yeah.
In the welterweight, who else is a welterweight contender? I can't think of the names.
Kamaru
right
Usman
now.
ain't losing it anytime soon.
You got-
I don't know who he's losing to.
Yeah, that's about it. Leon Kamaev, GSP versus Kamaev.
Oh,
No way.
You
Come
wouldn't
on
even
now.
think Leon.
Yeah, GSP
Don't be
would never fight Kamaev based on his track
GSP only
Dude,
wants one guy. and it's
Kamaev would
Yeah.
fuck up Leon Edwards, dude. Everybody's saying it.
Khabib, come
Leon
back.
Edwards is running.
I
One
don't think
fight.
so.
The
Yes.
defining fight. You will be the greatest of all time if you beat GSP.
Is he though?
Not now because he didn't fight GSP.
Is he though?
John Jones might be.
Well, John
Jones might be.
Boner Pill Jones.
Dude,
John Bonerpill Jones.
Dude.
Dude, he can take as much boner pills as he wants. He's still gonna be my goat.
Yeah, it's
240
I
is
would have liked to see him at
taking
a
this
shorter
one.
height just to fight.
Man's
GSP. That'd
been
be awesome.
challenged twice in his whole career, and he has fought like 14 former.
what are those two
champions.
challenges?
Hmm?
What are those two challenges?
Fucking
What two challenges?
the fat little
you
guy,
just said
Daniel Cormier.
the
Gustafson.
the armbar.
I would say that
Oh, are
Cormier
you-
didn't
wait,
even
are-
challenge him.
He didn't challenge. He didn't call him out.
No, I mean like have a fight that was challenging to him. Like
Yeah.
who put up a great fight? Cormier won a round in their first fight, but Jones won 4.
Thiago Santos put up a good fight.
Thiago Santos had a great fight. Dominic Reyes had a great fight, but those yeah, they were challenges. Actually, no, you're probably right. Reyes and Santos both have a claim to that. I would say Gustafson challenged him. Vitor challenged him, put him in the armbar, and Cheetah rocked him. The only time John Jones has really stumbled in the UFC, and it was like 12 years
three
ago.
times. 3 times.
And that's all that John Jones has ever that's the
Yeah.
only challenges he's ever fought.
Yeah, I agree.
That
I was
fucking
honestly
stain
thinking
on
the
his
armbar was
record
the
is-
closest one, and he even said that.
Yeah.
He said
He
said
came
that
out
multiple
a
times.
couple days ago and he said that Rampage Jackson is the only person that ever intimidated him.
Yeah, it's
He said he couldn't get any sleep before the fight and he didn't know why. Like he just was in his head.
Rampage is a scary fucking dude.
And by the way, dude, Rampage, especially for that time, that was like 2010. That was 3 years after Pride.
Now he's kind of built like my dad, so I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, have you ever heard Rampage's fucking press conference? Oh, what does he talk about? He makes oil paintings. He makes finger paintings. Yeah. He's like, I'm thinking about leaving fighting. I got these finger paintings that I'm doing, and I just love it. Man. You just use the color. He's talking so serious in a UFC press conference about fucking finger painting. It's hilarious. Rampage Jackson is hilarious.
He's got a great personality.
John Jones is the first person to ever stop Rampage Jackson in the UFC.
Yeah.
He had
And then-
7 fights. He lost 2 of them by decision, and then he got choked out by John Jones.
The only way John Jones
25-year-old John Jones. Sorry.
The only way he ever loses a fight is by
2 people.
armbar, choke.
Heel hook.
I don't think John Jones ever taps out. I think if he gets put in a submission, he might go unconscious. I don't think he ever taps
Yeah,
out.
I don't think he
Broken
taps out.
arm. That's what
I think. But let me ask you this,
or,
man. Let me
or a
ask you
kick to
this.
the head. 3 ways.
Who the hell?
Kicking him in the head? Oh, Adesanya.
Yeah, Adesanya.
Yeah.
Who the hell is out wrestling and out grappling John Jones?
At
That's
his
what I
weight
mean.
division,
And at
nobody, I don't
heavyweight,
think.
dude. And at heavyweight. Who? I don't know.
Curtis
Bacon.
Blades has a chance.
That's
Curtis Blades is the best wrestler in the heavyweight division.
Do you think Steve
Besides
could
Cormier.
out-wrestle him?
I think Stipe is on par with him. I don't think he out wrestles him.
I don't
For
think he
one
out-wrestles
reason,
him either.
John Jones is a 5-inch reach advantage.
But what does that have to do with the wrestling though?
For wrestling, nothing. But I think that it stops Stipe from taking him
Keeps
down.
the distance, yeah.
I think John Jones' leg kicks keep Stipe away.
I don't think so.
Using his
If anything,
distance.
that kind of draws you in because if you're like, my legs are going, I want to get the power out of them while I can.
The only way I
No,
see
think John
Stipe,
Jones is faster. That's what I think.
the only way I
I think
see
he
Stipe-
knows he's faster.
Well, at 240, who knows?
At
The only-
240, that's just
I
perfect
think he's
weight.
still fat. I think he's still faster.
He's still fast.
The only way I see Stipe beating John Jones is by a one-punch knockout.
That could happen,
I
dude.
could totally see it happen.
And John Jones doesn't have to cut weight.
He doesn't have to cut weight at all.
There has been a
He's still gonna cut some weight. He's gonna.
Does he?
He's gonna go. All right. So he's
Does
not
he?
even fighting Stipe yet.
Yeah.
That's
want-
probably gonna happen like summer of next year.
I wouldn't
So
cut
I
any
think
weight.
like May, he's 250, and then he weighs in at like 238.
Yeah.
But why would
I
you want to
wouldn't-
cut any weight?
Israel Adesanya doesn't cut any weight, dude.
Because if you
No.
can avoid cutting weight, then you come in with so much up on the next guy.
Dude. you
Right,
don't
but at
have
the same
any
time,
drainage,
The first
nothing.
3 weeks before your fight, you're doing a shit ton of cardio. You know what I mean? So you could just lose pounds that way.
Yeah, to keep your
I don't
cardio, yeah.
know.
So maybe like
Are
a
you doing-
10-pound
are
weight cut's too much. Maybe he like comes in at 245 after weighing 250.
Oh, are you
something
talking?
like that.
Are you talking like water weight cut? Or are you talking like in the training
Just
camp weight
water
cut?
weight, yeah.
But even if he does,
Just
come
like
back to-
literally like
The day
the
before?
day before the fight.
Why would he do that though?
The fight. The
Oh,
confidence.
unless he by the fight with Stipe, he does go over 265. I don't think he'll cut.
Imagine John Jones at 265.
Could happen.
Fucking ripped.
Nah.
Raging bull
Imagine that. John Jones like decimates Stipe. Like absolutely ragdoll
kicks
him.
him in the
Dude,
face.
he would fuck him up.
Holy shit.
Dude, he's no way he's losing to Stipe. There's no way. I'm sorry.
Unless he
There's no freaking way. I got John Jones
Yeah,
all
I
the way,
actually
and I
got
would
John
hammer
Jones.
him. I would hammer him.
I think that there is not a man on the planet that challenges John Jones.
There's not.
well,
Adesanya.
Adesanya says
I don't
it's
think-
And the
fine.
only reason why I say
John-
that is because of that leg kick. And if it sneaks in there somehow, that's hurting any fucking. That's hurting anybody.
I think John
Anybody.
Jones.
I think he takes down Adesanya,
I'm sure he takes it. I think
Yeah.
John Jones is on top of Adesanya for 5 rounds straight. in that
elbowing
fight.
him in the fucking mouth, dude. Just
And I
being
don't think
an asshole.
Adesanya has any way of getting up. I think by the 3rd round he's completely gassed, and then the 4th round he takes him down again.
But Adesanya's confidence too. Like he thinks he can beat him. I think.
A lot of people have thought that though.
Adesanya walked out
John
with full
Jones.
dance routine into the ring.
That he fucked up. Was it Gastelum?
There's
Somebody.
just gotta.
Who wasn't
Adesanya-
ready.
It might
Definitely
have been
has
Whitaker.
sauces.
I think it was Whitaker.
You're going and fighting the champ, just dancing out.
So let me ask you guys this: now that we're talking about Adesanya, and we're not even talking about the events anymore, we could get back to that. We're almost at an hour. So while we're talking about this, Robert Whitaker was the number 1 contender since he lost. Took a year off to heal his ACL,
Yep.
Mhm.
and then he beat Darren Till, and then 3 months later he beat
Fucked up Darren Till.
Jared Cannonier.
Yeah.
Fucked
He's
up
the
Darren
number
Very
Till.
good
he's the
fight.
number 1
Didn't really
fighter
fuck wrong.
in the middleweight division, number 1 contender. But now Adesanya is trying to fuck off and go to light heavyweight. How long does Adesanya get before he gets stripped of the middleweight belt?
I think Whitaker deserves his rematch.
Absolutely, he
He
does.
won't. He won't get stripped. Dana White won't strip him. He's undefeated.
Yeah, but
If Adesanya wins the light heavyweight belt, he very well could say that fuck the middleweight division.
yeah,
No,
very
then
well.
he could strip him then because he got the champ.
Right. But like,
He does
say
wanna go for free, I
Adesanya
already said
versus
that.
Blachowicz happens in March. That will be 7 months.
Yeah.
The Adesanya, no, that'll be 6 months since Adesanya's defending the middleweight belt, and then, like,
Then what-
so
what-
yeah,
I-
no, he
I-
probably has
oh.
another 6 months buffer.
It sucks.
But what do you do with Whitaker?
That sucks for that
You let him-
division.
Whitaker fights Kamaev.
That division is going
That's-
down now.
oh.
Kamaev Edwards.
That division's going
It
down.
is going down.
Wanna know why? Because you have a fucking guy like Adesanya who's not letting the division carry on. You know what I mean? That division's gonna be stagnant until he fights Jan, and we still don't know what's gonna happen to that division even after he fights him.
You know who
It's
else
all up
needs
to
to
him.
fucking fight to get that division underway? Yoel Romero.
Yeah,
Yoel Romero hasn't fought since he lost to Adesanya.
yeah.
damn.
That's a long.
I wonder
time.
who would win the second, like a rematch between Whitaker and Romero.
Whitaker and Romero, or Whitaker and Adesanya?
Whitaker or Romero. Because it
It would be the 3rd fight. Whitaker's beaten him twice.
yeah.
I think
I
think Whitaker-
I don't think he,
I think
does-
Whitaker
he doesn't
wins.
deserve to fight Whitaker.
Not yet.
Romero. Well, because Romero was supposed to fight Uriah Hall, and then that fight got scrapped. And Uriah Hall's like number 10 ranked. So I think what I think should get run back? Romero and Costa.
Really? Yeah, that'd be a good fight.
Yeah,
That would be a great fight.
that'd be a great fight.
And I think Romero has a shot to win. Paulo Costa's
Yeah.
coming off getting embarrassed.
Getting humped in the ring.
Getting embarrassed by Adesanya after talking
Literally
so much shit.
Sexually assaulted in the ring.
He did.
Yeah.
And he was pissed about it. He tweeted at Adesanya. He was like, I just watched the highlights after the fight. You're completely a disgrace. I can't believe you did that. I deserve a rematch just for that. And there was a picture of
You don't
Adesanya
deserve a
looking at the
rematch.
tweet like this. He's like, some shit like that.
But I don't know, homie. That's pretty gay.
It was. He showed his dominance, weirdly.
I don't know. He
Whatever.
knocked him out too.
Yeah. He didn't even knock him out. He just TKO'd him.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. Paulo Costa.
Cooked him with that.
That would be a good fight.
Paulo Costa, Yoel Romero, Jack Hermanson, and the winner of Leon Edwards Kamaev. And Darren Till.
That's not a bad division.
Yeah, what the
It's-
fuck's Darren Till gonna do? Bro?
Darren
He
Till's
talks
up
so
and
many,
coming.
but he talks so much shit. He stays relevant.
Right.
He's 27.
Yeah.
He's got room for improvement.
Yeah,
Kamaya
absolutely.
versus Darren Till would be a great fight.
I think it would. Too.
If he beats, if
No.
Kamaya beats Leon Edwards, who's is number 3, he's
Leon
above
Edwards
Darren
backs
Till.
out again. Give it to Darren Till.
I don't think he
Yeah.
is, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. If Kamaev beats Leon Edwards, where does he get ranked? Right now he's ranked 15, and Leon Edwards is 3.
Well, he takes his spot.
I don't think he goes top 5. I think he might go top 5. I don't think he deserves it at all. Dude's beaten
2 people.
Mearshart, who is not even. He shouldn't even be a UFC fighter. He's been around so long.
They're doing that thing where they hype up a fighter and then
Dude's had
They just
3
fall off.
UFC fights, and he's fighting the number 3 ranked middleweight. And if he wins, he's gonna get put in the top 5 of that division.
Yeah,
On
but
his
you gotta-
4th fight, fuck that.
Think
Fuck
about all
that.
right. Think
hey,
about
Michael Chandler though getting a shot at the
all right,
fucking.
all right. Think about it like this. Try and think about it like this.
Try.
Don't look at the
Really
numbers.
try. Don't
Just
the
look at the
numbers.
fight. Look at the fights.
If that was the
There's
case,
no
then
power
Johnny
rankings.
Walker would have gotten a title
No.
shot 3 years ago.
No.
You can't put a guy in a title fight just because he sells.
Well, let's see how he does against Leon Edwards. If it's a dominant
fair.
performance,
That's
he
fair.
deserves the number 3 spot.
I don't think number
No,
3.
no, no.
I
If
think
it's-
like
No,
it-
no, no.
I
I
think
think
it's
deserves
dominant.
6.
Yeah, I was
Because he
gonna say
doesn't-
6 is good.
But
6 is
Darren
good.
Till's at number 6.
Well, if Leon Edwards
Darren Till
loses,
goes to 5.
yeah, Darren Till would go to 5. Leon Edwards would go to like 7 or 8.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack
7 or 8,
Hermanson
yeah.
would be number 3. You got Romero and Costa 1 and 2.
I don't think he's playing that fight. Kamaev.
I don't think he is either.
Then
So-
I think
Let's flip that. What does Leon Edwards do? Does Leon Edwards get a shot against Whitaker for the number 1 contender
That's a
after that?
fucking good question, Zach. I think he gets a fight in the contender spot. Well, actually,
How about Whitaker versus Costa? Because
What
we haven't seen that fight.
what if that goes? What's the
Unanimous decision?
interim belt? What if that?
Well, they wouldn't do an interim
ooh,
belt.
Whitaker
with
versus
Adesanya.
Costa would be good.
no.
No, they would do interim belts if someone's hurt.
Costa looks like he's on roll.
Yeah, but what if they do? Because Adesanya's still in that division.
I don't think they would do an interim belt as long as Adesanya is healthy.
Mm.
I don't think they've ever done that before. There's only been a couple interim belts ever. Like when GSP got hurt, they did it. When Frank Mir got hurt, they did it.
Frank Mir.
Or Brock Lesnar, actually. It was Brock.
Brock Lesnar.
When Brock Lesnar got mono and Cain Velasquez stepped in and got the interim heavyweight belt.
What an odd thing.
And Gaethje and Colby also got 2 because who was the welterweight? Tyron Woodley got hurt, and Khabib didn't fight for 2 years.
Yeah. Damn. Why didn't Khabib fight for 2 years, man? That's what I mean. That's what.
It's
That's
just-
what
It was really like a year and a little bit.
That's what sucks about people that stall the divisions.
You wanna know why he
because
didn't fight for so long?
Stalls them.
Because he fucking made $75 million against Connor. If you got $75 million, would you be like, yeah, let me fight in a couple weeks?
I'd start my own fight organization.
that.
That was probably part of his deal, though. It was the only way for him to fight, for him to get a smack deal, and his organization is going to be connected to the UFC. Obviously,
Yeah.
Obviously, it is. He's the pound for pound. Dana White literally sucked his dick.
Yeah, he
and
did.
like
He fucking gargled it.
gave him the number 1 pound for pound, and you
guys
you're
remember
telling
what
me
I
he's just
said?
gonna
I
yeah,
won't
go
repeat
get
it. You guys remember what I said?
Pound for pound's bullshit.
Why Khabib got number 1?
Why? So we could fight again?
You remember this?
No.
His dad died.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, that's fucked up. Man.
maybe.
There's no reason Khabib should be number 1 pound for pound over John Jones.
No, there's no reason.
Actually, that's not true.
You
The
wanna know-
only reason is
You want to
because
know? Go ahead.
the only reason is because the last 3 years Khabib has more substance in his wins, but John Jones
11
History.
title defenses in a row.
You know what I'm
More
saying?
than that, I think.
No,
I
well,
think it is more.
there was
I think
the
it's 13.
hiatus, there was the break, and then he had another 2.
Never
Yeah,
lose,
but he's
lost.
never not had a title
Yeah, so
fight.
13 in a row.
Right. I think it's 13 in a row and 14 consecutive title fight victories.
Mhm.
13 title
Yep.
defenses, yeah.
I think Dana White did that because
Dana White did
to
what?
get Khabib the pound for pound could get John Jones to fight sooner.
Maybe.
That's another possibility.
It's a pretty Dana White move.
That's a Dana White move, dude. That's a Dana White move. 100%.
Sometimes, like,
and then he's like, if you
when
get
you
that,
get these fighters like John Jones, there's almost nothing you can do besides hype up another fighter to the point where he is the second best.
Yeah.
To make someone else fight.
yeah,
Like John Jones, it's literally on him. Like he's the only person that can get him to fight.
He gave up for a little while because he got bored.
Absolutely. he did.
Defending titles, he got bored.
Right, he got fucking bored of beating the best guys in the world.
Mm.
And by the way, he got bored and almost lost his last 2 title fights in the light heavyweight division.
yeah. Well, I think him going to heavyweight gives him a little more incentive to work towards something like getting a new belt,
Yeah.
new competition, new field. You know what I mean?
While we're talking about this, and while we were just talking about Whitaker not getting his title shot, can we talk about Glover Teixeira?
Oh, yeah.
Glover Teixeira just beat Thiago Santos, number 1 contender, and he doesn't get to fight Jan.
Yeah. Well, he's pissed about that.
Yeah, he was like, I'm an old man. I'm beating all these young guys. Like, give me a shot. Man
He
hasn't had a
deserves
title
one.
shot since 2014.
He deserves one. Because
Deserves one, and Adesanya should not be allowed to jump.
No,
but
Yeah, I don't.
he should be allowed, but Glover's his time's ticking, man.
He is.
You can't
41.
fuck a guy like that over, you know?
and Peter
41 years
Yan
old.
would rather fight Adesanya for more money.
Yeah.
Piotr Jan. What?
Not Piotr Jan.
I mean, not Piotr
fucking
Yan.
Jan Blachowicz.
Jan Blachowicz.
Jan Blachowicz.
Jan and Jan.
Jan and Jan. Yanni's.
Yeah.
Remember that place?
Nani's.
Nani's.
Pretty good
Nani's
pizza.
pizza.
Yanni's.
Pretty good pizza.
Yeah, I mean, Glover Teixeira deserves a shot. Whitaker deserves a
For
shot.
sure.
And Dana White's just like, nah, I'm making a super fight. And that fight hasn't even been scheduled yet, right?
No,
Jan versus Adesanya, that's just in talks.
no. It is just in
Yeah,
talks.
Zach.
And
TikTok.
it's kind of
Dude,
like
we can go as long as we want.
Mark's done.
Yeah, whenever you guys are done, I'm good.
No,
I
we
just
can
figured we'd keep
we can
talking.
finish up this conversation for sure.
Yeah, whatever.
So what? Jan
I think
Blachowicz.
it's finished. All right. No.
versus,
Oh, we haven't been live for 20 minutes.
oh, I figure we haven't been live for the whole hour.
Yeah.
Zach, was the mic plugged in?
I hope so.
Yo,
I hope you
imagine.
can hear me. Yeah,
no
no,
one checked.
I did
No one checked.
because I set it up before the whole thing, and I think Ron
Hang
would
on.
have texted me. Yeah, you
Oh,
can
okay,
see it
we're
right
good.
here. We're
Yeah.
talking.
Awesome.
Let's make sure.
No, I literally just I found out a way that you can check. We're good. But I mean, when you have a new all right, so John Jones just left the light heavyweight division last year.
Yeah.
You just crowned a new light heavyweight
Yeah.
champ.
Yeah.
Very good.
And you're not even gonna let another light heavyweight fight him for it. You're
Yeah.
gonna have him do a super fight in which if he wins, he doesn't even get anything.
Yeah.
Like Adesanya could become the champ. Jan Blachowicz can't
Yeah.
because they're fighting at 205.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes absolutely no sense. It's just for money. It's just for Dana White to sell tickets.
Yeah. That's why I said. Yeah.
Glover, I'd like to see
I agree.
Glover for the love of the
I
sport.
100%
Get that
Right, I
fight.
would too. I would rather see Teixeira versus Blachowicz and Whitaker versus Adesanya. Even though, actually, for the light heavyweight, you don't know what's gonna happen, but you know Adesanya's gonna beat Whitaker.
Adesanya's young. He can wait a fucking year.
Adesanya's 31.
He's young.
He is young. He's not
He's
like
in his
12
he's in his prime. He
Yeah,
shouldn't
he
wait
is
a
in his
year.
prime.
Shouldn't wait a
He should
year.
fight. He should fight.
You should
John
fight.
Jones.
You should fight
Back
Whitaker
in
for the
the day.
rematch.
Back in the day when UFC hadn't even done 100 pay-per-views yet, fighters fought every 3 months. Champions fought every 4 months. That's how it should be.
Yeah, depending on
Champs fight
depending
3
on
times a year.
injuries.
Depending on how
injuries,
bad
of
you
course.
get.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Depending.
But like, if you all right, so let me give you another example. For guys in the top 5 of a division,
Yeah.
if they don't fight in 4 months, they should get moved down the rank. I think that's a decent rule. 4 months, 8 months, move down another. A year, you get taken off, unless it's injury.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If it's
we're-
injury
all right,
related, yeah.
Leon Edwards.
True.
I think
He
Leon
did.
Edwards deserves to get taken off the top 15. It doesn't excuse the fact that he's a top 5 fighter in the world, but I think he should be taken off the rankings.
Yeah,
and he was
by those
before
standards, yeah.
before he got
But
challenged by
that's
Kamaev.
what your whole argument about him fighting Kamaev is that he is a top.
Yeah, but that's by his standards that
Oh.
aren't in place.
I wasn't
Yeah.
saying I don't think Leon Edwards deserves top 5. I don't think Kamaev deserves top 5 either. I think Leon Edwards deserves top 5 more than Kamaev does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think Edwards doesn't deserve top 5, and Kamaev doesn't deserve top 5, or you don't think Leon Edwards is in the top 5, then maybe that is the fight for Kamaev. You know what I mean?
Side.
No, you're right. That's a good
Strong
point.
side.
Yeah.
I think that
It's pretty funny.
Kamaev has gotten the easiest path
Yeah,
to becoming a title contender,
absolutely.
possibly ever, besides Brock Lesnar. Brock
Absolutely.
Lesnar
Yeah,
has
Brock
the easiest
Lesnar.
title.
What was
ever.
it? 2 fights?
He lost to Mir, he beat Heath Herring, and then he fought for the title.
And he won.
So he was 2-1 because he had one fight in Pride.
Yeah, that
He was
totally
2-1 before he got the heavyweight title shot.
should not have happened.
I mean, he fucked up Randy Couture,
Dude, the
and then
amount
he
of
fucked up Frank Mir
steroids-
and Shane Carwin right
The hammer
after.
fist, and then Frank Mir fucked his foot up.
Well, no, I mean Brock Lesnar just decimated Frank Mir in that rematch.
No, wait. Who got hit in the liver? Brock Lesnar got hit in the liver.
Liver?
Yeah, somebody hit him in the liver, and it fucking dropped his ass. Might have been Overeem.
So Brock lost to Mir, beat Herring, beat Couture, beat Mir, beat Carwin, had mono, went away, lost to Velasquez.
That's who busted his liver, I think.
That's probably right. Lost to Velasquez, then he beat someone, then he lost to Overeem, and then he beat Mark Hunt. And the most shittiest fucking booking UFC's ever had. Ever. Mark Hunt is still getting money off the UFC from that fight.
Yeah.
And that's like he got 3 fights and then he had a title shot. Kamaev's gonna have 4 fights, and if he wins, he'll probably get a title shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not fair.
Granted, Kamaev won all of his if he gets it, and Lesnar lost one. But that's totally different times. Like Lesnar got a title shot 9 years ago doing that.
Yeah.
It's 2020. This is a legitimate competitive sport internationally. It was not back in 2011.
No.
It would-
3 countries.
It was legitimate to the people who knew it, and it was legitimate to the athletes who practiced it. But as far as a worldwide international sport, people did not think of MMA as anything.
No, yeah.
You know, when I say people, I mean
General common folk.
Yeah.
You know, everybody knew what boxing was. No,
right.
New York, it was still illegal to have MMA fights.
Exactly. Do you know who won the first ever title fight in New
It's
York?
Conor McGregor.
Yes, it was. Who'd he fight?
Good question. It was
Knocked him out, dude.
oh wait, it was Jose
It was
Aldo.
not Jose Aldo.
No,
No.
that wasn't.
No.
Where was that?
Was it Dustin Poirier?
Was that in
No.
Brazil?
I don't
Who the
know
fuck was
where
it?
it was.
Was that in
Eddie
some-
Alvarez.
Eddie Alvarez.
Because that
Whoa.
was Connor's champ fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
He
was.
beat Jose Aldo for the featherweight, and then he went for champ.
He
Went for
fucked up
against
Alvarez the
Eddie
entire fight.
Yeah, he did. Eddie Alvarez has never been. He was good back in the day, but he's never been anything too special. He had a couple good fights. I think that was when he strung like 4 in a row, got the belt, and then lost it right away.
Mhm.
Yeah, Connor's coming back, man.
I wonder if his name will ever be as. It probably won't because he wasn't truly undefeated. He lost a fight earlier in his career.
Who's this?
Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
And everybody was like on the hype train, like this motherfucker's the next Bruce Lee.
Right.
Flow like water, man. And then he got choked out.
He got choked out twice.
Yeah.
So here's one other thing to think of. Conor McGregor, his last fight, and I'm sure you think Conor McGregor walks around like 190, maybe 200, probably 190,
Not 200. I think one
185 maybe.
Yeah, 185 too.
So his last fight against Cerrone was welterweight. He came in jacked. He came in great shape, and he fucked up Cerrone right away. He's now going to fight 15 pounds less at lightweight, at what Poirier has been his whole career. Granted,
Conor fought at lightweight for a while.
Conor fought at lightweight for a while, and featherweight for even longer.
Yeah.
But for the last 3-4 years, he's been a welterweight.
Didn't he drop down to 135 at one point?
I don't think so. I don't think he ever fought bantamweight.
I know he's 5'9".
When he first came into the UFC, I don't think bantamweight was even introduced yet.
I know he looked skin and bones in one of those fights.
That was for
Alzo.
not flyweight,
Featherweight.
featherweight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he looked like a crackhead. Not
He
gonna lie.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no water in him.
All right. You guys good?
I am all set, Zach.
Austin, you got
I'm
anything
good.
else to say? All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody who's watching us on Facebook, whatever. Make sure to check out the live stream. I'm not going to do the live stream this weekend. Jack
No?
Hermanson, nah. I
256.
can't
So
be bothered.
we'll do
So,
it
yeah.
for 256.
Every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Come check us out. Next Thursday at 8 p.m. Wherever you're watching this, Facebook, LinkedIn, Periscope, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever.
Whatever.
UFC 256 will also be live streaming starting around 8 p.m. That's going to be December 12th. Come check us out then as well. And for Zach Dre, Bo Austin, Garvey, Mark Tosi, MMA Complete brought to you by SFBNRI. We are checking out. Thank you
Later.
and see y'all later.